It's like, maybe you should ask for help. Maybe you should ask God for the strength to ask for help. And right in that moment, I heard somebody in the kitchen upstairs. And so I literally kind of crawled up the stairs onto the kitchen tile, and it was my older brother, Landon. And my nephew was with him. My nephew was like 2 at the time. And Landon he was kind of busy doing stuff, and he said, "Hey, Bryan, can you feed Jack, my nephew? Can you get him some cereal, some breakfast?" And I was like, yeah, 2 thumbs up, guy. I'm doing great. I'll get Jack some cereal. So I had Jack come over and sit down on the kitchen tile next to me because I was laying down. I mean, I didn't have strength to really. I was just done, And so I tried to feed my nephew some cereal, but I couldn't get the spoon. I couldn't get the food to his mouth because I was shaking so bad. And so I couldn't feed him. And by this point, I looked up, and my brother was like a laser right on me. He was like, "Are you okay?" And I just said, "No, I'm not okay, Landon, and I need some help." And right in that moment, my life changed forever. Just the simplicity of, with a humble, genuine desire of just like unloading and saying, "I am not okay, and I need some help right now." Kind of started the ball rolling to Detox and then to Renaissance Ranch in 2008, and then getting introduced to the world of recovery and that whole language for that spot, our spot at Renaissance is a lot of 12-step language, and getting introduced to men that. So a big thing there is a lot of peer-to-peer and brotherhood and culture and sticking together and doing it together, not just while you're in treatment, but after we get out of here, we're going to stick together and do this thing.
Building the community.
So building the community, and then I bought in. I bought all the way into recovery, to the literature, to the meetings, Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, sponsorship, service positions. Going bowling after meetings.
Yeah, I didn't know people bowled sober.
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and softball. I mean, to me, I was like, wait a minute, you guys do this sober?
Sober softball. We put together an absolute dynasty for about 8 years. Still have trophies in the barn from that squad. But, I mean, just went all the way in with that culture of recovery. And still am. I mean, I'm still all the way in.
But so many people have a rock bottom. They have, they get into treatment, and they don't buy in 100%. Or my high school football coach would say 110%. He wasn't really good at math, but apparently you can be 110%. And you bought in. What was it about it that you just latched onto? Because I can tell you just really latched onto that. What did it do for you that you didn't want to let go of?
So I think pain is a really good motivator, and I had reached a level of pain. I might call it the touchstone of spiritual growth. Pain, I was done, and so, gosh, I remember early on just laughing, like a sober laugh, or noticing like the sky, or the temperature of just the weather, or having a, working out. So, I mean, all of this was just, I never thought, it's like sobriety just seemed, I had tried so many times on my own that it just seemed like it wasn't going to happen. And so when it actually started to happen, there was kind of this spark or this flame of drive and to keep it going. Because it's like, oh, it is possible.
So it sounds like you experienced that relief from the pain, but also a reconnection with joy. Like these little things really all of a sudden popped and they did something good for you.
Yeah. Recovery. It's like the first time in my life. I don't know if I can say that, but it's one of the times in my life where things became internal and real, on a genuine internal, feelings of joy or hope, or identity or that could be lasting. Yeah.
But you think about it, 10 years of running and gunning, and you don't have much of that, the authenticity, the joy and everything. I remember people be like, this is BS, man, because you're having all this fun and we're paying the consequences. But for the last 5 years, I wasn't having any fun. I was just doing it to get normal, just to, like you said, to make it through the day. This was just part of, it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as a matter of fact, it was painful because I could look in people's eyes and know that I was letting you down and I was hurting you and I wasn't the guy I wanted to be. And it was just miserable. So all of a sudden, after 10 years, to find the simplicity of life and the joy and laughter of a young child or a cloud in the sky, you forget about that stuff.
Yeah.
You at one point you couldn't even get a spoon to your nephew's mouth.
Yeah.